When looking at fan discussions about Dandy's World, I find that a lot of people tend to ignore Tegan. Most of the talks I see about them have to do with shipping her with Roger, and I rarely see people focus on Tegan herself. Not saying that Tegan fans don't exist, there's for sure a very passionate community that loves Tegan, but it's a shame how they're often overlooked when they're actually a rather intriguing character to talk about. Hello, and welcome back to my character analysis series, a series where I look at underappreciated Dandy's World characters and shine a spotlight on them, so hopefully more people will see their characterization and grow to like them more. In today's video, I'll be covering Tegan. Tegan is a cool character. She's typically very calm and elegant, being a warm presence that seeks to comfort other toons in their times of need. Their personality is just like a cup of tea, and their interactions with others are always interesting to look into since they usually shine a spotlight on what's bothering other toons. People like to joke that Tegan is a therapist of Gardenview, and honestly there's truth to that. Her tea parties she often hosts are not just because she likes tea, they're a deliberate strategy to get other toons to go somewhere safe where they can relax and vent about their frustrations. Like, when Buxton is stressed, they immediately suggest herbal tea, which is very clearly an invitation for him to visit them, since she's the one that takes care of everything tea-related in Gardenview. Stressed, Buxton? Oh, only a little. Maybe a herbal tea would soothe you down after we finish here. That would be nice, thank you. They're very attentive to other toons' needs, often being a comforting presence, offering tea whenever she sees someone is not in the best mood, like her interaction with Shelly. Shelly, how have you been? Ah, doing good. Well, sorta-ish. Sorta-ish? Why don't we have tea after this? That would be nice, yeah. Where? My room. After we finish here. I expect you on time. Got it. You can count on me. They're very mindful of the other toons and their needs. When Goob broke one of their cups, they didn't get angry at him or anything, and instead got a straw so he wouldn't struggle with holding it. Care for some tea after this, Goob? Are you sure? I dropped a cup last time. Don't worry, my friend. I found straws recently. Ooh, that sounds fun! Do the straws bend? Yes. Yay! It's clear it's a habit of hers to care for others, almost like a mother figure. Due to this, she has a lot on her plate, and her interactions with Brittany and Bobette's gossip also reveal that they don't have much free time due to their tea parties. Brittany, how is your book club going? Oh, it's going well. Would you like to join us sometime? Sorry, Brittany, I'm much too busy with my tea parties. Perhaps some other time? Of course, if you ever have some free time, I've got the perfect book for you. You know, two of my favorite drinks are hot cocoa and eggnog, neither of which are types of tea, but Tegan still makes sure to serve me my favorite. She's so thoughtful, I really wish she could help me out more. Though she is very busy, she told me herself, setting up for her tea parties and just chatting with other toons. Honestly, Tegan's tea parties are less actual tea parties and more so therapy sessions. When you think of tea parties, you often think a lot of people at a table drinking tea and socializing, and it's true that Tegan does a lot of those, which is shown in her interaction with Connie and Blot, but they also have one-on-one conversations with a lot of toons, and they're still called tea parties by everyone, even when it's just Tegan and one other toon. So, how have your tea party sessions with her been? Who's her? Oh, right. Yes, not much progress, but she's trying. I promise she really is. Right. Thanks, Tegan. Tisha even calls her times with Brusha sessions, and honestly if you replace tea party with therapy in most of her interactions, everything would play out the same. It really just paints a picture of what Tegan is really doing behind the scenes. Tea party almost reads like a code word here, like Tegan's purposely avoiding the word therapy to not scare other toons, and she's instead masking her efforts to help their declining mental states as another one of her tea parties so that it's less daunting to go talk to her. Much like a real therapist, Tegan helps the toons get over their emotional issues that they're having, like Brusha, as mentioned earlier. Tiga seemingly schedules tea parties with her regularly, and from her interactions, we can deduce that she's actively helping Brusha be a better person. To mixed results, but still. Tegan, are you looking for another piece of art anytime soon? Of course, I love your art. Thank you. It's lovely to know someone has good taste. Brusha, what did I say about small comments like that? Right, don't talk lowly of others, even if they are deserving. Maybe I should schedule us a few more one-on-one discussions over tea. They even try talking to V about her unintentional rudeness, but V doesn't listen. V, you could try to be a tad kinder. Kinder? You're acting like I'm rude or something. Well, sometimes you come off a bit, how do I put it? A bit harsh? I don't think so. And with Astro, she's not afraid to tell him off for being indecisive. Astro, are you still talking with him? Yes, well, sometimes, not as often. Goodness, Astro, you need to make up your mind. Sorry. So she's definitely giving mother friend vibes. You know the type, like Katara from The Last Airbender. She's kind and protective when necessary, but she's also stern and isn't afraid to reel others in when she thinks they're stepping out of line. And being a mother is a very thankless job, let alone one to so many people. Or toons, I guess. And this is all fine and dandy. Tegan's a nice character, a comforting presence to a lot of toons in Gardenview, and God knows they need one desperately, considering how awful their current situation is. But there is one thing that bothers me about Tegan. They're twisted. A more common twisted. Tegan has let her greed take over. This twisted will steal a considerable amount of a toon's tapes when she attacks them. Be sure to spend your tapes while you have them. So, we see in her twisted that she let her greed take over, as the description says. Her mechanic is that she steals tapes from the player if she manages to hit them. But that makes me wonder, what? Tegan never struck me as greedy, honestly. You saw so far how kind and caring she is. Someone greedy wouldn't so willingly spend hours of their day making tea and giving it for free to everyone, and talking to other toons to make them feel better. I'd say Tegan is quite the opposite of greedy. They're generous, maybe too generous. Perhaps I'm missing something. Let me know if I did, but her twisted feels very dissonant with the rest of what we know about Tegan. What reason is there for her having turned greedy? Sure, she's fancy, but she's nothing if not willing to give away her time and tea. Someone greedy probably would get mad at Goob and Squirm for destroying their property, or be a bit more selective with who they allow in their tea parties, like not letting Poppy or Finn participate because boba tea and water isn't proper tea. Is greed something Tegan is constantly fighting? Was she meant to be greedy in the show, but she outgrew that, just like Blot learned to speak and Brusha's personality soured? I mean, we don't know, because there's nothing on it. If greed is something Tegan struggles with, then it seems like they're doing a bangin' good job at dealing with it, because we literally never hear of it. I think our twisted would have made more sense if it was more conveying the idea of being sucked dry, like she always gave everything she could to everyone, protected them from the stresses of life, but caring for others can be tiring, especially when no one cares for you. So when they broke and they needed a shoulder to cry on, no one was there to protect her like she was for them. But that's just my take. What are yours? Do you like Tegan? Do you agree with me that her twisted is a little odd? Do you maybe have a headcanon on why their twisted is the way she is? I'm curious for your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. Be sure to like the video if you like it, maybe hype it if you have the means. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on the little bell if you want to see more content from me. It really helps me out when you do. And, as usual, thanks for listening to me yap about Dandy's World once again. Goodbye.